Hello, my friends, and welcome to AI with Mark B. In today's lesson, we're going to go through the setting up of frontier LLM models. We're going to cover Claude, Google Gemini, ChatGPT, and OpenRouter. For this module, you'll need an email address. I am going to use a Gmail account. All right, let's jump in. So literally what we're going to do today is just set up logins. They just require an email address and a password. And if you use a Google Gmail account, you'll get these continue with Google logins. So it's as simple as clicking on, choosing which account you're going to use, accepting the permissions, feel free to read them, and then you are in. Okay, so with Claude, there is a slight onboarding process. We can choose our plans. I'm going to go free for now, and we'll talk about paid plans in another module. And I'm going to skip the desktop download because I actually already have it, but feel free to download on desktop. Web browser is perfectly fine. Desktop means that you get a little bit more flexibility. All right, pop my name in here. I'm just going to pick product management. I have my own topic. And we're in. Okay, so that's Claude set up. Down here, you can log out when you're ready, and you can log back in using the email that you used to set up. Now, the next one is Google Gemini. Now, you can go about this two ways. If you have a Google Gmail account that you're using, you can come up into your Gmail. You can come up to the 9 dots at the top here and select Gemini. And this will take you straight to Gemini pre-logged in. If you're not using a Gemini account, you can just go to Google and Google Gemini, and then there'll be a login process for that one, similar to the Claude experience. Same again for ChatGPT. When you land on ChatGPT, you can actually use it without logging in, but you get the best experience by logging in. Again, I can continue with Google, choose my account, and again, I'll need to pick a name. I can put an age in here, and I should be just about good to go. All right, while that's loading, we'll talk about our next account, which is OpenRouter. Now, OpenRouter is slightly different from the other three frontier models, which is that it is a third-party service that allows you to connect to any model. So you can use OpenRouter to connect to any of these three models that we've talked about so far, as well as 400 other models, including all of the open source models and a number of free models and smaller models. So to get started on this one, you actually need to get an API key. Best way to do it is just clicking sign up. It's going to ask you for some details. Chuck a password in and continue. Now on the next screen, I believe, we're going to get, we'll come back to that. Oh, here it is. Okay, we'll need to confirm our email address for this one. Pop back to my Gmail, grab the OpenRouter link, and we're in. So we're going to choose individual, and this is where it's different. OpenRouter relies on what's called an API key, which is a secret string of text, which is blocked out here, and we need to copy this string and save it somewhere secure. So I'll let you decide where secure is, password manager maybe, or somewhere else. But the API is how you connect to all of the models rather than a username and password, because like I mentioned earlier, OpenRouter can connect to 400 different models across probably 100 different companies. All right, you need to do a payment method at some point because a number of the models are paid for. I'm going to skip that for now. And when we come in, we get a number of settings along here, but the first thing we can do is come up to chat, and then we'll see something that looks like our other chat, our other AI chats, but up here we can, down here we can choose which model we're going to use by clicking up the top here, and then choosing from our lots of models here. We'll do a whole extra module on OpenRouter, so that's where it's going to be today. So today you've learned how to log into OpenRouter, ChatGPT, Google Gemini, and Claude. See you next time.